Well, I'm feeling festive. It's snowing in Vancouver, beginning of December. What am I doing in my kitchen, you wonder? I'm gonna make some amazing dog salve for their pads. A healing little wax that they can wear outside so their paws do not get tarnished by the intense salt that people are using, especially where I live. There's a lot of industrial salt. So I want my dogs to come home with protected pads and nothing breaking their skin open. So those ingredients back there, plus a little bit of beeswax, helps me make a beautiful paw salve. You just put their paws in there, protects their pads, and off we go. I'll show you how it works. Here's what you're gonna need. Coconut oil. These are calendula flowers, a little bit of those. Calendula oil, healing agent. Beeswax, and some avocado oil. Let's get started. I have a small pot inside a big pot. Why? I'm going to melt things in the smaller pot. It just makes my life easier. Feel free to just take a big pot and melt it and then dump it separately. But what we're gonna do is get all these ingredients together, melt them down to make a really nice wax to put on your dog's paws. I follow Rodney Habib at Planet Paws. This is his recipe. He knows what he's doing. I'm not here to reinvent the wheel. It's a simple one I thought I could easily do. I figure if it's easy enough for me, I've never done it before, maybe you're gonna wanna try it as well. This is gonna make some great Christmas gifts. I'm kind of excited too. I'm gonna hand these off to some friends and family once I'm done. So speaking of the Christmas gifts, I just went to the dollar store and I picked up these gift card tins. What I'm gonna do is open them up and take out the gift card in the plastic portion. And I'm gonna use this as the base to fill the wax in. And that way the dog's pads can just easily dip in and out. So that's really cool. And then it was recommended to just take an old lid from a jar and put the wax in that as well and just leave it for when they come in and out of the house, they can just stamp their paws in here. So those are the two things I'm gonna try with the wax today. Okay, so there's an awesome store in my neighborhood where you can buy things in bulk. I found some beeswax. I'm gonna measure out 3 ounces of beeswax. Oh, it smells so good. Put my 3 ounces of beeswax, that's gonna go in my melting pot. Using calendula oil for the natural healing properties. I want 3 tablespoons of the calendula oil. I got this at a health food store and I had to specially order it. Using the coconut oil for the antibacterial properties. Whatever kind of coconut oil you happen to have, I happen to have this organic kind. I'm gonna need 3 tablespoons of the coconut oil. Oh, it smells so good. Do you love the way it smells like the beach? Although it doesn't look like the beach today because it's snowing and it's December. That's why I'm wearing this crazy hat. But it smells like suntan lotion, which makes me happy. I love the beach. And then using avocado oil for the moisturizing properties. 3 tablespoons of that. And then we're good to go. We're gonna melt this down on the stove. Because I'm using a small pot like this, which is easier to pour, I'm gonna, I've got my water boiling and this will just sit on the edge of my pot to boil and melt down the properties inside. All 3 components together, pretty great. When you mix that in with the beeswax, it's gonna work real well. All right, so we're pretty much almost melted all the way down here, and I'm gonna start pouring this into the tins that I have over here and this lid. So these are the base of the tins that I'm gonna fill. I've never done this before. All I can tell you is it's just fun to try something new. This smells so beautiful. It's like I'm at the spa. So this recipe doesn't make a huge amount, so you can double, triple, whatever you wanna do depending on how many portions you wanna have. So this is ready to go. Look how beautiful that looks. Nice and liquidy. And yeah, let's see what we can get out of this. Well, first batch is done. It's cooling. I'm gonna wait for it to set. I was able, out of the first batch, to get 1 tin, 2 tins, 3 tins. I was hoping to get a little bit more in terms of the portion. However, when you've never done a recipe, I'm sure you know, whether you're cooking or whatever, you just kind of aren't certain about how big the portions are. And this was a sort of a starter for me to see if I like doing it and if my dogs, you know, if it works well with them. I'm sure it will. But the final product is this little tin has got this wax in here cooling, which is great. I'm gonna add some calendula. That's what I forgot. Ooh, there's always something in a recipe you forget. Calendula flowers. I'm gonna put some of these healing agent flowers in this wax and let it set. Let me just show you what I'm doing here. I'm gonna put these in just for healing purposes. Apparently it's recommended, so in they go. Adds a nice touch. I'm gonna put it in all of my tins. Now I'm probably too late because I was yammering on to put it in the one that's already cooled down, but that's okay. You know what? You live and you learn when you're doing something new. Let's give that a go there. Just before we head out, that way it's nice and greased up.